Today we're going to be making a dish that I make quite often. This is one of those recipes where it's just to, right after work, prep up all the ingredients and get it cooking. To start off, we will need about 2 pounds of ground beef. Now this is lean ground beef. You want to try to get as lean as you can. A 7-ounce bag of elbow noodles, 1 calabasita, half an onion chopped, 2 roma tomatoes chopped, dice up 2 garlic cloves, 2 teaspoons of oregano, a tablespoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of cumin. Now, as you can see, we're kind of getting in that taco seasoning area. I'm gonna use about a half of a can. Usually when I put a whole can, it's like too much corn. I'll be using about a half of a can of corn. And then when it's all said and done, I'm gonna top it off with some Cotija cheese. Okay, we got some water boiling here. Add in just a little bit of salt. Give that a mix. Now we are going to be adding in our pasta. Now we're gonna cook this until firm, so we're gonna let that cook for about 7 minutes. And be sure to stir occasionally. And when your pasta is done cooking, strain it through a strainer, and then you wanna hit it with some cold water. That way you can stop the cooking process. All right, in our pan, we're gonna turn it to about medium heat. We're gonna lay down a little bit of oil. Now we're gonna let that come to temperature. Okay, when your pan's hot, go ahead and add in your beef. We'll start breaking this apart. There we go. This is gonna break up everything. Want to make sure that you want to get some cooking on this. Okay, so I got this about medium heat. So now that I got pretty much almost everything broken apart, I'll just let this go. Now I just seen my timer go off for the noodles. So you want to take that off and cool off the noodles. Okay, now we'll add in our garlic. Sprinkle in our chili powder. You want to crush in the oregano. Add in our cumin. Add a couple pinches of salt. Just a tad bit, we'll finish off at the end. Now we'll hit it with a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. Now let's stir this around, get everything mixed up together. Got a little bit of juices from the ground beef starting to release out. Okay, we'll give this a few more minutes and we'll finish off the beef, and then we'll start adding some of our other ingredients. I just wanted to incorporate some of those spices in the garlic. All right, let that finish. All right, now that we have all of our beef browned, we're gonna be adding in the tomato and the onion. Now we'll hold off on the calabasita because that cooks really quick. So we'll put that at the end with the corn. All right, now that we have all our tomato and onion in there, I'll go ahead and give this a mix. Now I wanna cook down this onion. That way we start getting the juice from the onions. So that way it can make it a little bit soupy. I don't want this too runny. That's why I got the extra lean ground beef. But the juices from the tomato, I do want that. Boost this up to about medium high, close to medium high. All right, we'll let this go for a couple minutes just until soften down those onions and break down those tomatoes. All right, after several minutes cooking, you can see that the tomato, you can kind of just crush. So it basically makes like juice. That's kind of like where I'm wanting for this dish. So now that that's all done, now we'll add in our zucchini. Now this should just take just a few more minutes to cook, and this is just a quick, as soon as you come home, start getting to cook and make dinner. One of those quick meals. And we'll do about half of this can of corn. About right there. Just give everything a mix. Now the final thing that we're gonna be doing, add in our pasta. Okay, just carefully mix all this stuff together. Now we shocked our temperatures, so I have to let this come up to temp again. All right, I'm gonna call it an audible. I'm gonna add in a can of tomato sauce, just to give it some more red color. Those tomatoes that I had, they weren't all the way ripe, so they didn't give the color that I was looking for. Or you can just add like a teaspoon or 2 of tomato paste to your liking, just until you get the color that you're looking for. Okay, change our temperature to about medium-low heat. We're gonna let this cook for about 5 minutes, and we're pretty much done. All right, after about 5 minutes, all right, we'll go ahead and turn this off. It smells good. All we have to do now is just season with salt to taste. And just a pinch at a time, just season with salt to your taste. Stir it around, give it a mix. All right, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more seasoning, but at this point, it's just up to your preference, so season to your taste. Now, let's serve a bowl. As you can see, I added some Cotija cheese, mix that around. Sprinkle a little bit more Cotija cheese on there. I like a lot of Cotija cheese. It's gonna add that nice funky flavor. Get a little bit of everything. Cheers, y'all. Packed with flavor. Can't go wrong with this. Easy, simple dinner, packed with flavor. Really, really good. You guys gotta try this. If you're new to my channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. That way you see future videos just like this. As always, I'll leave the recipe in the video description. And by all means, comment below what you think about this recipe. Now, I have these recipes. They're really good. You should try them out. Now, y'all be beautiful. God bless.